Okay, I'm certain this is a no-no. Somebody's gonna be like, oh, you're in public. There's other people around. Didn't ask to be filmed, all this other kind of stuff. So my apologies to those walking by as I sit out at the beach selling my wares and living life how I choose to live it. All right, so getting in with what we're going to do today is just a tarot read, a wellness read, chakra read, see what comes up. And as always, eternity, eternity to eternity, magical, sacred harmony, positive power, infinite connection, positive and vertigo, positive and vertigo, positive and vertigo, reflection. All right. And that's what the numbers mean to me, 0 through 10. All right, so I kind of put things in a nutshell. And that is the nutshell. So regardless of how you interpret tarot or how you I've never studied tarot, so I don't do that. I have my own interpretation, as I know that wellness and all things on this earth that are not tradition are interpretation. Tradition, when followed, is a whole other trip. Okay, so it's multiplied power, multiplied wisdom. All right, and then it also helps me to not see things as in a negative, which is something that the universe has no differentiation about, positive or the other. And so with that, I keep things, positive and vertigo, positive and vertigo, positive and vertigo, reflection. All right, so 9 around 3 times, and eventually it becomes the reflection. Okay, so we're not seeing positive and negative, we're seeing reflections. This is how we've trained our senses. When you come to this awareness and when you come to this practice based on your traditions that you have designed for yourself to keep these things in power. Hope that makes some kind of sense. Today is March 18th, and so with that, 3 and 1 is 4, 4 and 8 is 12, is 3. The year 2025, 3 and 2 is 5. And plus 2 is 7. 7 and 5 is once again 12. And isn't it funny how I always land on a 3-day? I mean, 9 times out of 10 when I do a it's always on a 3. And I just want to say that I believe that my daughter is on her 3rd life, and so when we come again and we come again, and then we decide to come fucking all the way through all over again. How is that we discern when we're supposed to do that? And so I just want to say, when you have lives that are incomplete, they come back to you and you can stay trapped. You might seem like you're successing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You may feel like you're progressing in the eternities of living entities, and those slight unfulfilled parts or the incomplete karmic whatever debts and stuff like that we've got to pay, they come back and they trap you in other places. So when we do these lives, we do them with the intent of evolution of the soul, at least, if not science, right? But this earth, and we're going to call her third Earth, right? She's third planet from the sun, third Earth, like, because we're all Thundercats. Oh, and so the point being is that, you know, perhaps because I read for wellness, I am reading for the wellness of she, the one who's in charge, this planet, and the one who we have all come here to honor, the one that she has come here to teach us her traditions, the one who is the being that all the other planets are feeding in this particular solar system. It is her life, and we are but blood cells, you know, white and red fighting each other, trying to figure out where the balance is, because she requires homeostasis. So I hope that makes sense. So as we go on to 3, let's see how that might encourage our chakra. And I like to use my gold cards now because they're mineral, you know, and I believe mineral base and all that good stuff. We gotta do minerals, keep the minerals in balance, ensuring our minerals are sustaining our comprehension of all things mind, body, and soul, frequency, kinetic, and other. So I'm just going to pull one card, and then I'll pull a what will I pull? I'll pull a Kalima. Ooh, got to see the sunshine, got to see the sunshine. Hide from nothing. Oh, yeah. Okay. She needs a crew. She doesn't have one. The one she purchased failed her. Oh, God, that's dark. So, chakra. What chakra needs our attention today in this atmosphere? Oh, fuck, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm on my 8th life, so my next life will be chakra. I mean, will be the 9th life if I succeed in finally getting rid of my bullshit, which I think I have. I'm not sure. I feel as though I have. Anytime you got mucus, never swallow it. Let's talk about wellness for a second. Anytime you got mucus, never swallow it. Always spit it out, blow it out, pull it out. Mucus is what causes dis-ease, and so when things afflict you and your body's trying to expel them, because every cell in our body is trying to expel that which is not well, you allow it. You do what God gave you. Okay, so 9. Okay, so this it is said we got 8 chakras. You know, so you know, how do we deal with that? Let me see. Root 1. Last time I fucked up and said some other shit. And, let me see. Root would be considered, I mean, goddamn, numbers are all reflections, right? So is this 1 or is this 1? What are we starting from, right? But we're going to start with creation, and we begin our creation kind of, you know, within our, what's the one after root? Oh God, I'm fucking up this reading horribly. Must not be connected. Okay, as Tyler would say, shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, I'm talking to you. So they say there's 8 for the 8 systems within. Okay. 1, 2 oranges, then yellow is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so 9 is the pink. The spirit, okay, so the absolute light, the divine light that comes in. And so we call that, it's different than innate knowledge, like the indigo with the innate knowledge, and then the deep dark purple, the indigo, and then as the deep dark, the deep knowledge, how do I say that? The innate knowledge, okay, that comes to our being from this universe that gives us all understanding and all knowing. The purple, the sacred knowledge, that which connects us to all of our ancestors and all the beings that have come to go, and will come through beyond us to go. And then the how do you say, crown, the eternal knowledge, the eternal light, the eternal, the awe, the all, the om, all of that is the forever knowing of all things, not just our universe, but all universes. And who is to say how many there are? Nice hat. People watching. Love my people watching. So anyways. So with that, we got the clubs, and so the clubs to me is kind of, I liken it to wands, but because it's clubs, I liken it to all of the groups that create our existence on this planet, all the different entities. And so we're almost all the way together on this planet. That's what I'm getting from that. All of our groups are figuring out how to come together. And I speak holistically, so I ain't talking about those trying to destroy the planet or misuse the planet or otherwise. I am talking about all of us who are standing for the planet in a good way. Okay, we are finally coming together with the understanding and knowledge of what this earth, is here to teach us or in need of. Okay, I would be heartbroken if I ever thought that the earth is here to bring harm to anyone individual, but mostly those who are innocent, like the Amazon Indian people, whom I don't know anything about, so I am ignorant. And but the point being is that they're the only ones that matter on this planet as far as I'm concerned, because they're the only ones who have in no way harmed this planet as far as I'm concerned. They have held true, and we should be above all protecting them, because they have the tradition and the knowledge, and they communicate without fear of how to live on this planet. Whereas we're all terrified to be outside, we're all terrified to get cut, we're all terrified that something may harm us and that we will fall ill. Okay, so while they may have these fears, they don't let them hinder their life in any way. They stay connected to, living right on this planet. So if we could come together as a whole, all the indigenous cultures would stand by that truth, I believe. So with that, we're going to do the Oracle Bhat Kali Ma and see what she has to say about the 9th chakra, pink. You want to think very light pink, as pure light comes down and hits and the largest chakra is reflected, as they all are reflected, but the largest chakra, being our root, is reflected most, causing a pink, right? What's the opposite of pink? Green. So that's the heart chakra, right? So then we realize that all these things, are reflections, because the universe sees it, and then we have a prism in our eye, and so we have to understand for differentiation between inner and outer reflections and stuff like that. Okay, so who wants to tell me when to stop? I'm not live. All the way live. All right. So I probably don't have anything down in I don't know how into this YouTube stuff I am. I like watching it, and I like learning different things and stuff like that. But for the most part, if you want to give me money, check out Athletic Wellcare. Just do a search. You'll find me in Cash App or Venmo or whatever else if you really want to, and donate. I take care of artists complimentary. I take care of folks who can't afford wellness, like body work and skincare, as much as I can, complimentary. And so those are my nonprofit organizations. And then I'm a wax technician, or I do wax services, and I do skin and body wellness, Ayurveda, that kind of thing. So for the wellness of the crown chakra, what is a crown chakra telling us at this time? So okay, so that's the card I pulled. And then these are the two that came after it. So just for the sake of argument, I do that all the time. That's my one thing. I'm trying to constantly align myself in that way and bring myself some sort of power and harmony. This was the top one. And she's got lots of fiery yellow, and then some blue and purples and stuff, and she has blue skin. She's blood on her hands. She has a weapon in her hands, and she's willing to say, we can stop the war if you're willing, is what I'm getting at. The war doesn't have to happen anymore. There has been bloodshed. I've got blood on my hands. You've got blood on your hands. But we only stop fighting when we can come to a proper conclusion. That's what I'm gonna guess. That's my interpretation of that one. 42 is 6, so it's positive. And I'm only going to read this one, because who's got time to read all of these, right? But and then we have this one here, and with the red and the blue, and then she has blue skin. Blue skin always representing to me an earth, of the earth. From the earth, from the mud. So when we talk about divinities and things like that, I don't necessarily see something of an as an outer being. I see something of an earth being. And she seems to want to weave some magic, and she comes through with her voice. She's touching on her throat chakra. She comes through, and she has this here seems to be something magical, something, containing potions, if you will. Okay, so she's bringing some earth magic, and she is attempting to heal from the bloodshed that she is willing to stop if you can listen to her voice. All right, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and say they carry these 3 skulls. She's got 3 skulls, she's got 4 skulls, and so to me that's 7. So combined, we've got the power of the knowledge that brings us to want to heal, again, just because we can fight doesn't mean we don't have the power to stop and start communicating, and bringing our communities together. So then I've got 28, which is 10, which is reflection. So we got positive and vertigo and reflection coming in, and so I'm going to read these and hope that somehow I get, confirmation on what I just said, but the idea is that we protect the ones who are truly innocent, and we don't fuck around. I'm using a phone, I'm driving a car. These are things that, because of the lithium in them, have a tie to slave trade. I'm not a slave trader, but I have participated because of that, and I ain't gonna lie about that. So if I say I'm innocent and I don't deserve to go when the going is gone, I'm a liar. I deserve my part in it, and I'm not afraid of that. I realize I'm not in power, but if I needed to resist, I ought to be able to. And because I have no power to resist, this way of life has created it so that I have to have the illusions in order to make people feel okay. Nobody wants, to be a part of slavery, but everybody wants to seem like they're not bothered by it. So let's not pretend. All right, I already lost my card, so I don't have to figure out what the hell I'm talking about. Nobody knows what the fuck she's talking about. 42. All right, fast as I can, because you guys are bored of me already. I know it. So skulls, definitely, collecting the ancestors, but also collecting those who you have conquered on some level, or the parts of you that you have destroyed. Kalikamasa Nasini. She devours darkness with her endless hunger for light, peace, and redemption. She reaches the deepest places, the darkest spaces, relentless in her pursuit of all the lost and despairing. No soul shall ever be forgotten, abandoned, or betrayed by her. Those that believe in their own guilt or sin, their shame, evoke her mighty tenderness as she feasts upon the darkness that threatens to consume them, alleviating the weight of their suffering, allowing their hearts to become light and free. Okay? So again, I just got through talking about my own personal guilt and my participation, and again, I don't care what it just said. I don't have I just know what my participation was. Okay, so it's I'm not attached to it. I'm not sorry for it. I'm not, well, I don't know if I'm not sorry, but if I were sorry, I would stop using my cell phone, right? What I have an understanding for is that she is in control, and she has created the circumstances where there is slavery and where there is these ideas that people have as we are kinetically connected to her. So I'm without forgiveness. 'Cause she's cold